Take a look at this jar. Right now it's empty, but we're going to fill it, and the way we fill it is going to tell us something important about how we lead. We'll start with the sand. In your world as a leader, sand represents the small, unimportant, non-strategic stuff, the low-value emails, the requests that feel urgent but aren't, the meetings that could have been a message, the admin that somehow always finds its way to the top of your to-do list. We all have sand, but here's the thing, it's not bad. Some of it genuinely needs to get done, but sand has a habit of multiplying. It slips into every gap. It fills your day before you've even noticed it's happening. It's what I like to call productive procrastination. It's a good way to feel like you're accomplishing something, but it's often at the expense of the big picture. Now let's add the pebbles. Pebbles are the issues and tasks that are somewhat important and often somewhat urgent. A project that needs attention, a team issue that's been simmering, a stakeholder conversation you've been meaning to have, things that genuinely matter and deserve a place in your week. Notice what's happening in the jar. The pebbles are settling in, but they're already working around the sand. There's less room than there should be. And now the rocks. The rocks are your most important, most strategic work. The conversations that will shape the direction of your team, the decisions only you can make, the long-term thinking that moves the organization forward, the relationship building, stuff that doesn't necessarily come with a deadline but matters enormously. Rocks don't always feel urgent. They rarely send you a calendar invite. They don't ping you. They don't shout. But they are, without question, the work that defines your impact as a leader. And as you can see, there's not much room left for them. This is what happens when we prioritize the sand, or all those so-called urgent but questionable important issues. The jar fills up fast, but with the wrong things. And by the time we get to what actually matters, there's no space left. So the rocks get deferred. They get squeezed into the margins. They get added to next week's list. Again, your capacity seems to be shrinking, and your jar, it's overflowing, unable to contain all there is to manage. Sound familiar? But there is a better way to manage all your work and responsibilities. Here's the shift. What if the rocks went in first? When leaders intentionally protect time and space for their most strategic work before the sand takes over, something changes. The pebbles still fit around the rocks. And believe it or not, a good amount of sand finds its way in too. Everything that genuinely needs to happen still happens, but the shape of your week looks completely different. Your energy goes where it creates the most value. Your team feels the difference, and you stop ending your week wondering where the time went. And by prioritizing those strategic rocks, you're able to better decide how the pebbles and sand fit into your day. So here's the question to ask yourself. What are your rocks right now? And when did you last give them your full, uninterrupted attention? The most effective leaders aren't necessarily the busiest ones. They're the ones who have the clarity to know what truly matters and the courage to protect it. They make a conscious choice every single day. Your rocks are waiting. The strategic conversations, the bold decisions, the work that only you can do, they're sitting there, patient and important, while the sand piles up around them. You have the same jar as everyone else, the same hours, the same week. The difference is simply what you choose to put in first. So choose deliberately, lead intentionally, and be sure to put those strategic rocks in first. Doing so will help you stay focused on what matters most.